If there is one challenge that has left the Kenya Kwanza government scrambling, it is uncovering the true sponsors behind the Gen Z protest.
Hata hii Gen Z pia sisi tunaheshimu nyinyi. Ile mnasema tunasikiza. Na mumeongea Gen Z. Na tumesikiza nyinyi.
For the first time in Kenya's history, these protests weren't driven by the opposition team led by Raila Odinga, which had already caused it up to the government. This left President Ruto and his team in a frenzy, digging through intelligence reports and trying to force answers from social media influencers who supported the demonstrations. Yet every lead turned into a dead end, as those abducted by the government had no knowledge of who was pulling the strings. The confusion ran deep. Nobody could pinpoint the real masterminds of the Gen Z protest.
I assure the nation that the government has mobilized all resources at the nation's disposal to ensure that a situation of this nature will not recur again at whatever cost.
Even the intelligence services found themselves in limbo, unable to trace the source of the protest's funding. With no clear answers, the government turned to blame shifting, spinning wild accusations.
Na vile nimesikiza hii kelele nikasikiza, na kuna watu wako genuine na ndio wengi ambao wanauliza maswali genuine, lakini kuna ka group kako mahali ambao nikiangalia kwa umbali could be even there is a foreign hand into this whole issue. Kwa nini? Juzi amesema mambo ya Russian invasion. Akasema inatusumbua hata tuweze kupata hata ngangano ile tunapata kutoka Russia huko kwa sababu produce ya kutosha hapa Kenya. Ime disrupt hiyo. Pia kuna watu wako ngori na hiyo.
They threw around names like the Russian government based on Ruto's lack of ties with Russia, or even the Ford Foundation, ironically, which has been funding initiatives led by the First Lady.
Mimi nataka niulize watu wa Ford Foundation watuambie hiyo pesa wanatoa ifanye fujo ndio wapate faida gani? We are going to call them out and we are going to tell them if they are not interested in democracy in Kenya, if they are going to sponsor violence, if they are going to sponsor anarchy, we are going to call them out and we are going to tell them they either style up or they leave.
But perhaps the most shocking accusation was directed at Deputy President Gachagua, rumored to be behind the protest as part of a power grab to overthrow President RUTO. Now, the government, desperate to discredit the movement, tried every trick in the book, calling the protest funded and manufactured, while protesters insisted their actions were purely organic. Yet, months after the demonstration ceased, the government is no closer to identifying the true instigators. Left with no choice, they have turned to the drawing board, trying once again to uncover the mastermind. The latest twist: investigations now point to the Deputy President Gachagua as the potential architect of the unrest. Now, Gachagua, already facing impeachment threats from Ruto's loyal MPs, has been linked to a group of government officials who are believed to have orchestrated the protest. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, released a list of implicated officials, all allies of Gachagua, including key MPs like Benjamin Gathiru of Embakasi Central and James Mwangi Gakuya of Embakasi North, alongside former legislatures. And these individuals are now facing potential charges of conspiracy to commit a felony, incitement, and money laundering. But not everyone is convinced. Many Kenyans are questioning the timing of these allegations. Why release the names of Gachagua's allies now, when he is already under the threat of impeachment? Some suspect that the DCI's narrative is just another ploy to discredit, or rather add more reasons why the deputy president should be impeached. Ndura Waruingi, a prominent figure, posed a thought-provoking question. Are we really supposed to believe that the deputy president, who is constantly under tight security and works closely with the president himself, could plan and execute nationwide protest under Ruto's nose without raising an alarm? Waruingi's point is clear. If Gachagua could organize such a massive protest, even in President Ruto's own hometown, without alerting intelligence and without the intelligence knowing, then either the security forces are grossly incompetent or Gachagua himself is more dangerous than anyone within President Ruto's government.
Are running the office of the president where Gachagua is. And if he was able to do a massive organization countrywide without them knowing, then don't joke with that man.
So in short, that is what could be, you know, maybe that's how you perceive Gachagua.
No. They said it is Gachagua.
Yeah, he's the chief funder.
He's the chief funder.
Yeah.
When he funded, where were you?
At the end,
when he sat down planning with them, where were you? This man is driven by a police officer.
Yeah.
Fed by a police officer. Security entire police officer. The people who are running his media, they are intelligent people. The man even who is dressing him is apart from the wife. The rest is intelligence. Where then? How did he
do that without the president or the entire security knowing?
Knowing, and the entire security is with him, including the chef, the man who gives his food, who tests his food, the msichana wakazi wa nyumba, they are all intelligence people. Security na mandudizo, unaona, they are part of the intelligence system. Ile gari anaendesha ni ya serikali, part of the intelligence system. Ofisi ile anakaa ni part of the intelligence system.
Yeah.
If that man was able to plan and the intelligence system was not able to do,
then he's the dangerous guy.
Meanwhile, comedian Eric Omondi has a different theory. According to him, it is not Gachagua behind the protest, neither Ford Foundation or the Russian government, according to Isaac Mwaura. However, Eric Omondi believes that President Ruto is the key mastermind of the protest. Now, Omondi argues that Ruto's constant disconnect with the desires of the Kenyan people has fueled the anger driving the protest. Every time the president speaks, it's like he's adding fuel to the fire.
But we have a message. We bear a message. They've been looking for the sponsors of Gen Z.
Yes.
They've been looking for the leader of Gen Z. Can I tell you who the leader is?
Who is the leader?
Can I break to you the news?
Please do.
The leader of Eric Omondi and Gen Z and the Mandamano and the demonstration and the revolution is William Samoei Ruto. The sponsor of the Gen Z, Jumentafuta Sana, is the President William Samoei Ruto. He's the one who is supporting, fueling, sponsoring. Every time he does a press statement, he's sponsoring Gen Zs.
Unamaanisha nini, Eric?
His actions, his words are fueling anger. So he's the leader. Ende alianzisha na ende anaendeleza. I want to call upon the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to first start by dissolving the government.
For now, the government maintains its stance, pointing the fingers at Gachagua's allies. President Ruto has issued also a stunning warning that anyone caught up in the investigations will face his full wrath. Yet, the truth remains elusive, leaving the nations to wonder who really lit the spark that ignited the Gen Z protest.